organizations like TSI do tremendous amount, remarkable amount for the borough of Queens. Queens is the borough of families, and the work that TSI, the team, the volunteers, the staff, the leadership, what they do is they uplift our families, they strengthen our families, and by doing so, they strengthen our borough.
Many of the people that have come to us have never ever worked, and they might be 40 years old, and they've never had a job in their lives, and so this is their first opportunity to actually be behind the counter, make change, interact with people, and then to see them go on and have fulfilling lives is very gratifying.
I was receiving services from TSINY and found about the bookstore, where I ultimately was hired. To this day, I'm forever grateful for being employed by Turn the Page Then, because it has changed my life for the better. My prior work environments have been very hostile, and I was not used to being treated with respect. However, I honestly did not believe I was capable of accomplishing as much as I have. The minute I walked into the bookstore, I was treated with nothing but kindness and respect by Ellie, Paul, and Nino. They were always there for me when I needed assistance. They cheered me on, reminded me how much potential I truly had. After working successfully at the bookstore for 3 months, I landed a full-time position within the agency as an activities coordinator for Hope House 1 and 2.
I am very happy I was referred to TSI for help. I had lost hope of finding employment and thought that my condition would make it impossible for me to work. I was referred to the bookstore, and they helped me regain self-confidence. And after the program ended, I was able to keep working thanks to Ellie informing me about peer advocacy. I obtained the peer specialist certificate and now work for TSI's supported housing program. I think working at the bookstore led the way for me to live a much happier life and brought hope back into my life and helped me set new goals. For now, I would like to become a case manager, but I can also see myself as a therapist long term. Whichever way life takes me, I am very proud and very happy to be part of the TSINY family.
I loved the fact that everyone at the store had some kind of disability and no one was judged or looked down upon. Working at the bookstore built up my confidence. Ellie, Nina, and Paul know exactly what they're doing, and they always gave me good advice and constructive criticism. Through them, I was able to get involved with Seaview Connections Clubhouse for a social outlet. I wish I could have worked at the bookstore for the rest of my life, but it was transitional employment. After working at the bookstore, I got the job as a receptionist as a TSINY Whitestone office, and I was very happy.
Remember, depression can cause people to forget who they are in life, but what really matters is the inner heart. To overcome depression, one must find their inner child and gain control of their emotions. Life is a struggle. Many obstacles come our way in life, but facing them when we're blinded makes it difficult. Depression can cause problems that are hard to change and ruin the inner soul. A person facing depression needs to look at each day as a blessing, a chance of hope. Remember, once you struggle through depression, many imagined obstacles in a person's life seem to be easier. Sadly, life is short. Time comes and goes. Once the individual forgives their inner child, they will start to rejoice with inner peace. Thank you.
About a year ago, I was diagnosed with major depression and attempted suicide. During my recovery, I was referred to the bookstore, Turn the Page Again, by the City View Clubhouse. When I first started, I was very nervous and didn't have any confidence. I was afraid that I might mess up with the cash register and I wouldn't know how to interact with customers. But Ellie and Nina were very patient and understanding. Each time I forgot how to do something, they were always there to remind me. When I wasn't sure if I was doing okay, Nina always reassured me by saying, "You're doing fine." I still remember the first time that Ellie gave me a compliment about my performance. I had to look over my shoulder because I thought she was talking about someone else. Another time when Ellie asked me to call the customers on the phone for the first time, I was so nervous. It was my biggest fear, having to talk to customers on the phone. But afterward, I was surprised to hear Ellie said that I did an excellent job. The encouragement and compliments from Nina and Ellie really helped me to regain my confidence. The experience at the bookstore literally helped me to transform my life. and gave me back my sense of self-worth and dignity. For this, I'm forever grateful to Ellie and Nina.
The fact that I wound up here helping this organization, to me, is a privilege, and I do it in honor of my father. Because the worst thing for me and my family, especially at that time, was stigma. And I think it's so really important that if we're going to fight for mental health issues, against mental illness, that we remove the stigma from the discussion and that we focus on the health aspect. It is a health issue, and that's what we have to do. So giving the money, I have access to it now that I'm in the finance chair. It's a pleasure to be able to do it for this extremely wonderful organization. Thank you all for coming out today.
This is a half a block away. I frequent the bookstore. People in my family frequent the bookstore. And not only does it provide a great opportunity for people to learn the skills to go back out into the workforce, but it's an important part of our community in that we're losing a lot of brick and mortar bookstores in our neighborhoods. And a lot of people miss that. And here in Bayside, right on Bell Boulevard, we have that right here. And it's an opportunity to bring your books back, and it's an opportunity to buy books that are affordable because they're a little bit cheaper. So we're so fortunate to have Turn the Page again in the community, and I just want to thank everybody who's involved.
People have said to me, today's my last day, and I just said, good for you, you're moving on, because we'll miss you, but you're leaving for a good reason, because you're supposed to.
As a business owner, you want to make sure they do well, and I send all my clients over there all the time, and I kind of have a little mini bookstore because I give some books away. So I look at all the great books you can get there, and then I give back the books after I read them. So, keep up the good work, and thanks for inviting me.
Oh, I just love the bookstore. I love it. I'm there 4 days a week, and maybe twice a day sometimes, because I do my I live around the corner, and I just come up Bell Boulevard and do my shopping. And the workers are so nice and they're so friendly and always with a smile.
This is an example of where really individuals' hopes, aspirations meets with opportunity. And the opportunity is now here, and the individuals who participate in this program, so many of them so successfully, have really taken advantage of that opportunity. It couldn't have happened without support of elected officials and other community people, the neighborhood in general.
Having a job means having to manage time, stress, and responsibilities. So the challenge for our providers is knowing how to support people manage those factors well and helping them succeed while keeping them engaged in care. And when that is done well, that's a huge accomplishment. That is a celebration of greater stability, purpose, and independence.
My name is Maria DeLeone, and I'm from Congresswoman Grace Meng's office. Unfortunately, she is in Washington, and she's not able to be here. She wanted me to come here to recognize this great nonprofit organization, and that does so much good work for our community. We are happy to present you with this proclamation highlighting services and provide the community your exemplified work and dedication, and to celebrate Turn the Page 10th anniversary. I am honored to congratulate and continue to support TSINY. Please do not hesitate to reach out to our office if you need anything.
People with serious mental illness need to get on with their lives and recover and aim for recovery, and the services that you have, not just at Turn the Page, but some of your other programs, are critical in our spectrum of services that we offer to people in New York City. The Turn the Page program was the first one that established a business completely operated by people with serious mental illness in Queens, so congratulations.
Nina, she works with TSINY and a manager at the Turn the Page Again bookstore. Nina, yes. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And Nina, tell me, how does it feel to be here today, and this organization now has 10 years under its belt?
It really feels amazing, actually. I'm really happy to be a part of the bookstore, to be a part of this neighborhood, to see all the people that have been working with us for the last 10 years. Every time we see people coming in that I remember, it makes me so happy to see them just continuing to grow, and just I'm just so happy. I can't even just like stop smiling. It makes me really happy. I'm excited, and I just love it. I love what we do. It's amazing.